Hemang Jani joins us. Now, Hemang, what's your market view? Do you think we still have some more, frothiness left which needs to be cleansed?
Morning, Nikunj. I think markets have been showing a lot of volatility in the past few weeks. VIX also had gone up, by almost about 8 to 10%, 16 or thereabouts. And we are seeing now increased volatility coming through from the mother market, US markets. So I think we should be bracing for some degree of volatility. I think it is quite normal and part of the market cycle, particularly in pockets where we had seen exuberance, froth, be it PSUs, be it the broader universe of mid cap and small cap. So I think it would be good to go through some degree of correction, some degree of consolidation, and that will throw up more opportunities for everybody.
Specifically on Hindalco, post the earnings, what's your view? I mean, is it a good time to revisit Hindalco?
I think Nikunj, the way the Novelis expansion, news hit the market, that was a major setback. Also, the fact that we had seen a bit of a revival in the metal space, but when we look at the numbers, not just Hindalco, but the broader universe, there is some degree of disappointment. So I would certainly stay away from some of the metal companies, whether it is private sector or PSUs, till we get or we see incremental data points in terms of pricing stability, volume visibility, etc. So for now, I would, not want to add Hindalco after seeing a deep correction of almost about 13 to 15%.
Hemang, when you say avoid metals, why would you do that?
So, Nikunj, first and foremost, I think, we had seen a run up across, be it, some of the private metal companies like Tata Steel, Hindalco, Jindal Steel, JSW, etc., or the PSU universe. Now, having seen that kind of a run up, when you look at the numbers, particularly, let's say the PSU metal companies, there is a clear cut case of, that market was far too exuberant and the numbers are falling short of expectations. And also, when you have a scenario where the US markets could go through a little bit of corrective phase, not much of clarity coming from China, I would not be comfortable buying into the metal companies at this point of time.
Okay, fair enough. Meantime, let's just also get in your take then as to how you're reading into Reliance Industries. The trajectory as well has been fairly strong, 20 lakh crore market cap. That's a milestone that it achieved. Where is it that you see, of all the businesses that the company operates in, the real delta coming in for Reliance Industries?
So, Aman, when we look at Reliance, only in the last maybe couple of months, we've started seeing a bit of a catch up. The numbers were reasonably good. What we like about Reliance is the fact that the Geo business is shaping up pretty well. Our pools are showing steady increase. The retail business also by and large is doing well. Oil and gas, you have a little bit of commodity driven data points which are a little bit patchy. But because of the significant underperformance by Reliance, also the fact that the large caps as a space will do a little bit of catch up. So within that theme, Reliance is surely fitting in, and it has started showing that also in the stock price movement. So we would be very positive on Reliance at this point of time. We see a case for a 18-20% kind of a upside from current levels.
Okay. Are you, which side of the fence are you on when it comes to the entire PSU space? Because some of the market men are of the view that there is still more steam to go, that anything that has the backing of PSUs will only continue its wonder run that it had last year. Are you turning a bit cautious?
So my reading is that when people start taking a 10-year view on a PSU theme, and when people start raising big time money, giving that story, you will go through this kind of turbulence or volatility, whatever you call it. Having said that, I think you will have certain opportunities wherever the numbers have been good. So, for example, be it Petronet LNG or GAIL, to some extent, I think Nalco numbers were good, but our view on metal is not so positive. Also, PSU banks, when we look at it, the numbers by Canara Bank, PUB have been extremely good. So I would certainly be selective. I would not go with the typical narrative that certain, let's say, railway stocks or defense stocks have given you certain moves, so you must keep buying them. We have to see stocks on their merits in terms of their earnings and valuations. And from that perspective, I think some of the names that I have outlined, we have a positive view over there.
Hemang, you understand this business. Novama Wealth, excellent set of numbers. IFL Wealth or IFL 360, the new name now. 360, right? IFL 360, yes. IFL 360, right? That's you call it.
361 is what they call it, no?
360 होगा ना?
361 is, yeah.
The 360 and 1.
Oh,
yeah,
I
it's
didn't realize.
360 ONE.
ONE.
Oh yeah. I mean, in terms of normal Kcher. No, it's terms of normal Kcher. Yeah.
Normal,
but it's not 360. It cannot
You
be
call it
361 degrees.
360.
No.
It has to be 360
yeah,
degrees. Goal se upar kya hoga? 360 is full circle. You cannot have full circle and then you start at
Absolutely.
1. 361. Thank you, Kunal. Okay. Now that we've got our maths and geometry right and the name right, Hemang Jani, wealth management companies, worth revisiting?
Absolutely, Nikunj. I think the entire ecosystem around this capital market has seen a massive interest, massive re-rating. It's backed by numbers. And more so, I think, see, brokerage companies at the end of the day will have a little bit of swing because of the bull market, and the daily trading volumes going through a little bit of corrective phase, etc. But I think wealth companies are more of a secular trend because of the way things are happening, and there are not too many companies for a large country like us where you have all the startup companies and billionaires and the growing middle class, etc. This is one theme which will surely do well, be it 361 or Nuvama, or for that matter, some of the private sector banks also have a sizable wealth thing. But the only thing is that in the overall scheme of things, the wealth is will not be significant. So surely these two names, we have a positive view. I think we should take a 2-year view here and need to buy into it now or at any possible 5-10% correction that you may see.
And frankly, the retail average Joe does not really track US inflation and then take up their mind to start their SIP or not stop their SIP. That's my limited point, that we should not read too much into the entire inflation data. Hemang?
Very well put out, Nikunj. The only thing is here that because we've seen a sharp run up both in US markets and India, you will go through a little bit of volatile phase because of that, and there is going to be sector rotation. And most importantly, we should not be complacent. Now, having seen a euphoric kind of move across the broader market, sometimes there is a tendency to average out and buy something which was purely going up on momentum. So those are the things that we have to just keep in mind. Otherwise, I don't see change in the stance when it comes to the overall market. More so, the Nifty or the banking stocks which have not participated in this entire run up that we have seen. I think we will get extremely good opportunities over the next days and weeks.
Okay, Hemang, great to have you on the show. Thanks as always for joining in.